welcome to the next episode of Mobile with the Guru. This is your host, Ricky Guru, and today I'm recording the show with the Nokia N79 to give you an idea of how the video quality is on this phone. I'm not using any kind of external microphone, so this is just the phone's default video capabilities. So it actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would, and we'll have to see how the video goes with the audio and all that kind of stuff later on. I am videoing inside today because it's freaking cold outside in Texas. I'm even wearing a beanie inside, like I'm freezing cold. So hopefully it's okay. If not, it doesn't matter because it's my video show. So anyways, first thing I want to talk about is JQ and Twitter. These are both microblogging platforms that a lot of people are using. And the news came out last night that JQ is actually kind of sort of being closed down. They're not officially being shut down, but Google bought them about a year ago, and they're basically not working on the code base anymore. They're going to open source it, so essentially you can kind of build your own JQ if you want to, and different open source can contribute to it, however you want to. They have not said yet whether they're going to open source the S60 client, which would be really, really cool, or the IM bots or anything like that. Just the core service thus far. So we'll have to see how that progresses. Honestly, though, JQ's kind of been dying off for me. I've used it a lot. I've talked about it a lot. It's a really cool conversation place. I've met a lot of people through there. But unfortunately, it's just not been being developed at all. So I've actually been moving to Twitter. If you haven't found me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/rcadden. I'm pretty much rcadden wherever you look. So you can follow me on there. You can get the latest Symbian Guru updates, the latest updates from my personal blog, and random miscellaneous microblogging type updates throughout the day. So if that appeals to you, great. If not, don't worry about it. It's just another place to find me. But one thing that I do want to talk about is just the different clients. Right now on the S60 platform, the only real JQ client that we have is the JQ mobile application. It's phenomenal. It could possibly replace your default phone book, and it just works really, really well. Unfortunately, like I said, it's not being developed, so it's not really going to work. It will not work on the 5800. It installs, but it doesn't actually open or anything, which is really, really frustrating. So, unfortunately, the downside to moving everything to Twitter is there's no real Twitter client for S60 phones. They do have an SMS interface, and they do have some Java applications like Twibble and that sort of thing, but they really don't work all that great. So it's kind of where I'm stuck with. So that's kind of that. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on Twitter and JQ over the next while. I've also been enjoying Facebook, which is kind of weird. I didn't ever think Facebook would be for status updates and that sort of thing, but it is. So anyways, other news, the Nokia E71, both the Euro and the NAM versions have received their firmware update. There's a walkthrough on SymbianGuru.com if you need to change the product code of your E71 NAM to be able to see the update. Apparently there's a country variant that's the E71-2, so it has the 3G, but it's some country code product that's not getting the updates. You can change it really easily to the vanilla plain Jane one and get the update that way. Overall, I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference. It feels faster. The camera on this phone is a lot faster with the new firmware. So if you're having trouble with the camera, you definitely want to apply the update. Again, you can find that at SymbianGuru.com. One thing that I did want to highlight is a theme that I found. It's called Black and Blue Bars by Nahid, and it uses the new S60 Touch icons. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's got the menu just looks phenomenally better. So, let's see. You can see the Nokia N79 video light just going nuts on the screen. But the folders are a lot prettier, and they don't have that ugly gray nastiness on there. So, definitely a big fan of that. I've been using it on pretty much every phone that I have, and it's awesome. So, you can check it out at the link below and download it. It should work for all your S60 phones, even if they don't have the new icon pack. So, that's definitely very, very cool. Other updates that we've got is the N79. I can't show it to you because I'm recording the show with it, but 2 new versions have been announced this week, which is odd because Nokia was just at CES and didn't announce a thing. So now that their CES is over with, they're announcing stuff. Really weird, whatever. So two versions. One is the N79 Active, and that one's going to come with a polar Bluetooth heart rate belt. It straps around your chest here. We talked about it yesterday on the site. And that actually works with the Sports Tracker application and tracks your heart rate, how fast you run, anything like that. So if you're an exercise fanatic and you do a whole lot of running or biking or anything like that, you definitely want to check it out because it's really, really cool setup. I'm trying to get my hands on one so that I can have Mrs. Guru do some exercises for us and see how it works. So definitely you want to stay tuned for that. The other version is kind of interesting. This just came up today. This is the N79 Eco. And this is actually the petrol black version that we found a couple weeks ago. And this phone is actually going to ship with no charger in the box. So all you're getting is the phone, the various headsets and USB cables and that sort of thing, but there's no actual wall charger. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow Nokia to really reduce the amount of packaging for this phone, which multiplied by however many million phones they sell per day even, that's going to make a huge environmental impact. So really, I'm a big fan of that. I mean, I have at least 7 Nokia chargers plugged in various places around the house. So getting another phone with yet another one, well, it's nice to have the extras. It's really kind of unnecessary, and I'm glad to see Nokia stepping up in the environmental area and trying to do things a little bit more green. So you can pre-order that from the Nokia UK website. I don't think it's going to be available in the NAM version, which is kind of a pity. And hopefully we can get that black version without having to do the Eco. But I don't know about that either yet. So definitely want to stay tuned for that. Other than that, the E71 X, which is actually the AT&T variant, has been rumored a lot. We've seen pictures. It's been on eBay, Craigslist. We've seen the user manual, which Nokia actually pulled recently, which is kind of odd. And the latest thing we found out is some screenshots from a Howard Forums member who showing that AT&T's version of the E71 is actually going to have Feature Pack 2 of S60 3rd edition on there, whereas this version, the unbranded, has Feature Pack 1. So big updates on Feature Pack 2 include destinations, which allows you to group access points. So if you have like a couple of Wi-Fi hotspots and say your 3G network, you can tell the phone to automatically check for the Wi-Fi first, and if it doesn't find that, then use your 3G automatically without you having to do anything. So that's pretty cool. It also has a new device manager and the possibility for firmware over the air, which means that you don't need a Windows PC to update your firmware. You just download it right on your phone. Very cool stuff. No real details on that because neither AT&T nor Nokia have announced it yet, but hopefully that'll come really, really soon, especially with all these release leaks and stuff like that coming up. So that's kind of exciting. I'm definitely working to get some more information about why AT&T asked Nokia, obviously, to put Feature Pack 2 on there versus Feature Pack 1, and that sort of thing. So hopefully we can get some more details on that. That'd be some really cool information to have. So that's it. That's the show. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned next week for some more cool updates. Have a great day.